It's time for the Daily Stand Up Podcast presented by Agile Dad with your host, Lee Henson. Without any further ado, let's get started. All right, it's Wednesday, so that means it's time for me to do another stable update. Now, the stable framework has been rocking really, really hard lately. I've seen a lot of organizations pick this up and run with it, and it has been an incredible endeavor. I've seen people grab pieces of it that they feel like applies. I've had a lot of people inquire about buying the book on Amazon. It's definitely worth buying. But I think the most important thing that someone asked me they didn't even ask me, they pointed it out to me, and I didn't even realize this, that many times in Agile, I get the question about what happens to the development manager, right? So if you think about it from an Agile perspective, Agile teams are self-organized, which means they operate with the absence of certain authority. Uh, Dev managers look at Agile and they're often saying, okay, what's my role? What's going to happen to me? Am I going to go away? Now, it's easy for me to turn around and say, well, you're still responsible for all your human resources part of this. Your talent management. You're still responsible for doing all the reviews and all the crap that you don't want to do, right? But that usually goes over like a bag of bricks. So for me, I thought this is genius. If your development manager is not the product owner or the Scrum Master or a contributing developer, they are left asking the obvious question: what's next for me? What do I do? Right? And the legacy answer was always just stay out of the team's way. Let the agile enthusiasts do their thing. And this is really a standard answer. If a team's going to govern itself, it needs to have the ability to govern itself. However clever this answer is, it left the industry with the ongoing puzzle: what happens to the development manager? And finally, someone came in and solved the puzzle. The stable framework decided that if you lay this over an agile framework, if you lay this over an agile way of doing business, you're going to quickly discover that the master chief could be the development manager. So, as the master chief, the development manager assumes their rightful place as a quality champion. They're responsible for seeing to it that requirement reviews, architecture reviews, code reviews, certain estimation procedures, and all the necessary testing gets completed using the best structural safeguards known to the team so that they can finally get things done. But I think the big key here is it makes sense to have a manager like this step in and be a master chief. The master chief has the power, the master chief has the ability, the master chief has the structure, everything that they need to really step into this role and easily take on the responsibilities so the dev manager can easily step in and be the master chief in a nutshell. This is a genius way of looking at things, because what I can tell you is in the past, this is absolutely true. I had people who are in dev lead roles and dev manager roles look at me and say, that's great, but what does Agile have in it for me? Here we are. We're at a place where we now have a stable, no pun intended, a stable place for them to call home. I think that's just incredible, and I hope you do too. It's a short one for today, but I hope that you're having an amazing week. I hope that you continue to have an amazing week. If you have a topic or if you want to learn more about Stable, reach out to us. We'd love to put you in touch with one of our Stable coaches or trainers. And as always, we encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, do take care.